Under the radiant sun, Job's magnificent estate sprawls, a testament to prosperity and peace. Job, noble and serene, gazes upon his bountiful fields, a silent acknowledgement of his blessings. Vast flocks graze peacefully, their wool gleaming white against the green landscape. Laughter echoes as Job's 10 children frolic in joyous play, their happiness boundless. The children's carefree games weave a tapestry of familial harmony and idyllic contentment. A portrait of Job's life, a man deeply connected to his family, surrounded by wealth and serenity. Candlelight bathes Job's home, casting long shadows on elegant tapestries, a scene of warmth and quiet devotion. Job kneels at the head of his family, his strong build softened by gentle eyes filled with love and piety. His wife, children, and servants gather around, their faces reflecting reverence in the soft, flickering light. The air is thick with incense as Job begins. Our gracious God, we thank you for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. His voice, filled with gratitude, continues. For the roof over our heads, the food on our table, and the love that binds us. Job concludes with heartfelt humility. We humbly seek your continued favor and serve you with grateful hearts. Beneath the relentless desert sun, a lone messenger emerges, his breath ragged and face contorted with raw panic. Dust and sweat plaster him, each grain a testament to his desperate race against the sands. He bears grim tidings. Sabian raiders, swift and merciless, have descended upon Job's lands. Job's oxen and donkeys are stolen, vanished into the horizon like mirages. Wealth turned to dust. Scattered across the desolate expanse, the lifeless forms of Job's servants mark the raiders' brutal path. This devastation heralds the beginning of Job's trials, a storm of loss gathering on the horizon. A messenger bursts onto the scene, breathless and wild-eyed, fear etched deeply into his face. He frantically points towards the horizon, where ominous plumes of black smoke rise, a horrifying testament. The camera reveals a vast field, now a smoldering wasteland, the air thick with the stench of destruction. Charred remains of sheep and servants are scattered across the scorched earth. The sheer scale of devastation underscores Job's mounting, unimaginable losses. Under the merciless desert sun, a lone figure stumbles, each step a battle against the heat and despair. He collapses, his face a mask of exhaustion and dread, breath ragged as he fights to speak. The Chaldeans! They raided the camels! All of them! He cries, his voice cracking with anguish. His words paint a scene of utter devastation. They killed the remaining servants. No one is spared. The messenger's report underscores the depth of Job's suffering. A messenger bursts in, his face a mask of horror, bearing news that shatters the serene morning. The messenger's words hang heavy. A great wind has destroyed the house where Job's children gathered. Job stands frozen, disbelief twisting his features as the weight of the tragedy crushes him. A primal scream erupts from Job's soul, a sound of pure, unadulterated agony. He rends his robe, then shaves his head, each falling strand a testament to his inconsolable grief. Job sits desolate among the gray ash heap, his broken body a canvas of painful sores, a testament to suffering. His eyes reflect a profound sorrow, mirroring the barren landscape, a portrait of utter desolation. A whisper escapes his cracked lips, a soft, reverent acknowledgement in the face of unbearable loss. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away, he utters, his voice a fragile echo in the desolate expanse. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job concludes, his words a defiant hymn against the backdrop of despair. Job's wife enters the dim room, despair etched on her exhausted face. She throws her hands up in anguish, her voice cracking with raw emotion. "Curse God and die," she cries out, her pain echoing in the silence. Job sits quietly, his gaze fixed, an inner calm radiating from him. "You speak as a foolish woman," Job says softly, his voice a stark contrast. "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" he asks, unwavering. Against the desolate expanse of the ash heap, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar arrive, their figures stark against the grim landscape. A wave of shock washes over them as they behold Job's horrifying condition, a sight that words fail to capture. Overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of his suffering, they wordlessly sit beside him, their faces etched with empathy and sorrow. The sun casts long shadows as 7 days pass in solemn silence, the weight of unspoken grief hanging heavy in the air. Their initial empathy manifests in a quiet, respectful presence, a silent vigil held in the face of unimaginable pain. Under a relentless sun, Eliphaz confronts Job on the desolate ash heap, his face a mask of stern disapproval. Job sits amidst the ashes, his body marred by sores, a stark testament to unfathomable suffering. "Job, your suffering is not without cause," Eliphaz declares, his voice echoing in the barren landscape. He challenges, "What secret sin do you harbor that has drawn God's wrath upon you?" Job cries out in anguish, "Where is the justice in this?" Bildad and Zophar arrive at the ash heap, their grim faces foreshadowing harsh judgment. They join the circle, their voices rising in unison, echoing Eliphaz's accusations against Job. Bildad gestures sharply, each word a pointed accusation aimed to pierce Job's spirit. Zophar nods in agreement, his unwavering gaze fixed on Job, intensifying the pressure. The friends' faces twist with frustration, their misunderstanding amplifying Job's torment. Amidst a desolate ash heap, Job sits torn and dusty, the merciless sun beating down, yet his eyes burn with unwavering conviction, raising a trembling hand to the heavens. His voice, though hoarse, rings with defiance. "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." His voice cracks with anguish and longing. "Oh, that I knew where I might find him, that I might come even to his seat," Job cries out, isolated in his suffering. "Neither is there any daysman betwixt us, that might lay his hand upon us both." Under a sky ripped by lightning, a powerful storm unleashes its fury upon the world. Thunder reverberates, shaking the very foundations of the earth. At the storm's heart, a whirlwind of raw energy spins, a vortex of destruction and awe. From the eye of the storm, a voice booms, resonating with power. The voice echoes, a symphony of command and authority that dominates the chaos. Nature trembles before the majesty. As the storm bows to the unseen speaker, dark clouds churn above, lightning splitting the sky as a torrential downpour engulfs the earth. Amidst the storm, God stands a figure of immense power as the tempest rages around him. Job kneels before God, battered by the elements, yet his resolve remains unbroken. God's voice booms, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand." Job, humbled, replies, "I am unworthy. How can I reply? I put my hand over my mouth." Job repents, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I despise myself." Bathed in sunlight, Job's estate lies serene as God stands before Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, divine authority palpable. The three men stand solemn, awaiting a judgment that hangs heavy in the air. God's voice resonates, a thunderous decree. "Your words have been misguided." God continues, "You have spoken falsely about me, unlike my servant Job, who has remained true. Therefore, take 7 bulls and 7 rams, go to my servant Job, and offer a burnt offering for yourselves," God commands. God's voice softens slightly, "My servant Job will pray for you have not spoken about me what is right." Sunlight embraces Job's estate, now a vibrant tableau of life. Children's laughter echoes through the air. Livestock graze serenely, a picture of peace painted across the landscape. Job surveys his thriving domain, his face a testament to wisdom and profound satisfaction. He moves with youthful vigor, embodying restored health and divine blessings. The symphony of life swells laughter, rustling leaves, a chorus of contentment. Job watches his grandchildren play, a serene smile embodying enduring faith and grace.